All right, welcome everyone to the Wiffle Bash 2025 preliminary round draw. Wiffle Bash is this Saturday in South Jersey. We moved locations in case this is the first time you're hearing about that. Check the website. We've got the new address up. Tim, I think, reached out to all the teams that had signed up. So hopefully everyone's aware of that. If you're not, please reach out to us. We can give it to you. It's also up on the website, up on all of our social media. So it's about 10 minutes away from the Washington Township baseball fields where it was originally supposed to be held. It's now at Thomas Jefferson Elementary School. Thanks to, again, to Skip for putting work into both of our South Jersey tournaments. He's gotten locations, including this late minute having to switch locations, switch up. So if you see him tomorrow, please thank him for putting these two on. I know it's gotten a lot of people a little bit closer to the action, so we really appreciate everything he's done there. This is a pretty stacked tournament, 14 teams, lots of playoff implications. You can see the teams up there on your screen or on my screen now. Um, so like I said, a lot of playoff implications. The three championship tournament buys are up for grabs. Juggernauts, Risers, Great Lakes Legion, and Long Balls are all within 10 points of each other. Only three of those teams will get a bye. One will have to play in the wild card tournament. Dinos and Dragons are still trying to hold on to their wild card tournament buys and jockeying for position there. You have Stompers and Way Too Beautiful looking to solidify their wild card spots. Oral and Process trying to get into the wild card. Las Vegas is just right outside the wild card, as well. And even if they don't attend any of the postseason tournaments, they're obviously a pretty tough spoiler team for this tournament. We got the Horsemen. It'll be a little bit different version of the Horsemen, more like a Way Too Beautiful 2 type of Horseman that we saw in South Jersey last time. Then we got Borough Wiffleball League making their MAW debut. These guys are from Delaware County in Pennsylvania, right outside of Philadelphia, not too far from Ridley Park. Um, Young team, from what we've seen, some pretty decent talent. So looking forward to seeing them. And then we have the Ridley Park Royals, who pitched in at the last minute to be our 14th team. So Zane Johnston, Chris Sterning, Brandon Rizzi should be a pretty good team. See Zane for the first time this year. So, as you can see, no real weak spots here. Should be a really good day. Because there's no weak spots and because there's so much playoff implications up for grabs, we want to give as many clean extra innings as possible. We'll announce all that before the tournament. Along those same lines, we are going to start at 8 a.m., barring any last minute weather changes. I don't think any of us like to start at 7:30, so we won't start at 7:30. But because we're starting at 8, we do need everyone to make sure that if you have an 8 o'clock game, that first pitch has got to be at 8. We have to keep on schedule. It's going to be a long day as is. Some games may go long. We got to make sure we keep on schedule. So just we're asking everyone, we're not starting at 7:30, but the kind of the downside of that is we need to be ready to go at 8 o'clock. So please be ready to go throw first pitch at 8 o'clock, not just start warming up at 8 o'clock. I think that's pretty much all. Captain's email will come out Friday or so, if not tomorrow. And if you have any questions, feel free to contact either Tim or myself or message us on social media. So this will go like it always goes. Let me just unshare this real quick. Oops. Um, where we'll draw 1 through 14. You'll slot into position based on the matrix I'm about to show you in 1 second. Um, and again, fields are pre-assigned and all that good stuff. So here you can see the matrix. We'll draw 1 through 14 in just a minute here on the wheel. Every team will slot in. Their opponents are already determined by this matrix. We'll go over the matchups after we have them all. Field assignments are assigned, but that doesn't mean, always check with us. We may move around teams as the day goes along just to keep things moving. And again, like I said, 14 teams, four fields. It's going to be a long day, so keep everything moving, be ready to go. If you have, if you, you know, if you're going to leave the field for whatever reason, please check with me or Tim before you do so, so we can make sure that um, that's all covered. All right, let me unshare my screen so Tim can share his, and then we'll start the draw. All right, whenever you're ready, Tim. All right, so team number one are the Horsemen. They will play in their first game. The Great Lakes Legion. Great Lakes looking to either hold on to their two spot or possibly get that top spot in the MAW regular season title. Try to wrestle that away from the New School Risers. There's a point behind them. Way Too Beautiful's team number three. I said a few minutes ago, they're trying to solidify their spot in the wild card. They have a spot now, but need a solid showing to make sure they hang on to it. And they will play the Stoppers. That's an interesting matchup. Stoppers in the exact same situation as Way Too Beautiful. They're actually tied in points right now, both trying to make the wild card. So it'll be a good 8 o'clock matchup. Process is team number five. Process smartly has kept their sixth spot open all season, and they've got a pretty good person filling that spot on Saturday. Borough Wiffle Ball League, again making their debuts, are number six. The Risers are number one ranked team on points right now. It's team number seven. They will play the Juggernauts. Juggernauts currently tied for third in the point standings. Earl's team number nine. Earl's still got a pretty decent shot at the wild card, even after being docked points for their forfeit. They'll be a little shorthanded. It's gonna be Vin, Jordan, and Winnie, I believe, but still can easily go far with that roster. They'll play Las Vegas Whifflers in their first game. Be a good matchup. The Ridley Park Royals are team number 11. Again, that's St. Johnston, Chris Sterning. Dinos are team number 12. They currently hold the top wild card spot. Well, their second wild card spot, I guess. Long Balls are team 13. They're tied for third. That's why Dinos technically have the second wild card spot. So this is a tie for third. And then Dragons bring up the rear, team number 14. All right, let me share my screen here. We'll go over the matchups real quick. All right, so what do we got? We got Horsemen, Great Lakes Legion. Horsemen's got Great Lakes, Juggernauts, and Las Vegas Whifflers. Tough draw, but I don't think there's any easy draws in this tournament. I think I'm going to be saying that a lot. Great Lakes have Horsemen, Process, and Long Balls. Way Too Beautiful played the Stoppers, Long Balls, and Risers. So three Way Too Beautifuls are trying to maintain a wild card spot. We'll have to play a team in the same position and then two teams ahead of them in the standings. Stoppers have Way Too Beautiful, Ridley Park Royals, and Earl. Process will play Borough Wiffle Ball League, Great Lakes Legion, and Dinos. Borough's got the Process, Risers, and Dragons. Risers will play Jugs, Borough Wiffle Ball League, and Way Too Beautiful. Jugs have Risers, Horsemen, and Las Vegas Whifflers. Earl has Las Vegas, Stompers, and Dinos. Las Vegas will take on Earl, Horsemen, and the Jugs. Royals have Dinos, Stompers, and Dragons. Dinos have Royals, Process, and Earl. Longballs will face the Dragons, Way Too Beautiful, Great Lakes Legion in that order. And then lastly, Dragons have Long Balls, Borough Wiffle Ball League, and Ridley Park Royals. So again, a lot of no real easy schedules there. A lot of tough teams up and down. So it should be a really, really good tournament. I think we handled all the administrative business up front, but if you have any other questions, as always, just please feel free to reach out to us. And if not, we'll be getting the captain's email on Friday, and we look forward to seeing everyone on Saturday. Thanks.